I'm going to weigh in on this Huawei thing. Canada arrested an executive of this Huawei telecommunications company and something about Iran or whatever. And then immediately China arrests two Canadians. And now there's another Canadian that was arrested for smuggling drugs a while back, but then all of a sudden he gets slapped with a death penalty, which there is a death penalty thing in Asia, but it's like, wait a minute, now all of a sudden you're doing death penalty? It's like it looks reciprocal, and China's not letting him give a public defense. Even though, in the minds of the West, if China let him give a public defense, that would make China look better because they'd say, okay, this has been your defense and this is why you're wrong. And it would help prove to the world that China was at least a little bit right, at least, if not more. But China won't even do that. And the West is going, why not? Why wouldn't China give the fair trial so China can prove their what's going on? And then, beyond that, it's like it doesn't look like China is following rules, but then at the same time, China's lecturing everybody about the need to follow rules. And it's like, this isn't really about following rules. It's as if it's a rehearsed, those silly people that believe in that myth of morals, and they say that if you lie, that people won't trust you. Yeah, and that's just all a bunch of hooey. So we pretend to be honest in order to keep those people happy. It's like they've got this pre-rehearsed speech about following the rules, and you'd better be careful, follow the rules, don't interfere. And it's like it's a fake rehearsed speech in order to keep us people who believe in the myth of morals happy. It's like it's psychopathic. It's like that antisocial thing. It's a lot of antisocialishness that goes on over here in Asia. And my point is, I've been dealing with this in Taiwan for 10 years. And when I first came over here to Taiwan, I had a boss that would, try to take my passport, wouldn't give me my work permit. Next boss, it was even more drama. Government found out about it, shut down some of their schools. Taiwan's been improving. I mean, thanks to westernization, thanks to movies, this type of stuff we're seeing in the media with China is happening less and less in Taiwan, and it's because of westernization. People complain about, westernization. It just imposes our Western values on those other countries. Yeah. Right. And so the influence of Western movies has had two very visual positive differences it's made in Taiwan. One, all the guys were skinny guys when I came over here 10 years ago. 5 years ago, they started exercising and getting into shape. That was one positive thing about westernization. So when I want to exercise, people don't think I'm as weird. And the other thing is, this kind of nonsense that we're seeing in the media, it doesn't happen in Taiwan as much. The people 60 years and older about now in Taiwan would kind of do this, but that's because they come from that older culture. It's a Chinese culture thing. But here's the deal. When this first happened to me over here in Taiwan, I went to the local Christians, the good, proper, legitimate, official, healthy, real Christian fellowship. I went to those guys, and their response was kind of, nah, Jesse, you're doing something wrong here. You got to be doing. I went to Americans. No, something's not right here. Now, there were Christians in America that helped me, especially my own Christian family. And there were Christians in Taiwan that helped me a lot, but even they had a limit that they'd reach before they'd say, no, you got to be doing something wrong. Pastors in Taiwan would do this same thing we're seeing China's government do. Over 60 years old, of course. American Christians know about it. IHOP KC knows about it. People at the Moody Bible Institute and the missions department know about this. The American Christian establishment response from even the best Christians in America has been this lawless shame culture behavior. Look it up, shame culture. This among Chinese Christians and in Chinese culture will never change, and we Americans, they say, need to let them continue doing this thing even though we know it's bad because they'll never change. But now the whole world is actually seeing it. And I've been dealing with it a long time. Let's see if their song and dance from the Western establishment Christian thing stays the same while the world finds out what's really been going on for so long.